Terrible, superior, useless, insane. Those are the words people use to describe the brand new Poison Master class. And yes, I know, it's definitely a mixed bag. After all, this is a 4-star class, priced at 200 diamonds, which isn't cheap by any means. That amount is enough to buy not only the Alien, but also the Brawler, the two best classes in the game right now. That's why, instead of just guessing, I went ahead and bought the class outright, spending all the Robux I had left to upgrade it to max level just to test it out for you. Is it good or bad? Is it actually worth the 200 diamond price tag? Make sure to like and subscribe so we can jump right in.
Nice.
Like I said at the start of the video, this new class is a 4-star class, which means it's really special and doesn't come cheap. To unlock it, you'll need 200 diamonds. That might sound like a lot, but for a casual player, it's definitely something you can grind for without too much trouble. Now, here's something to think about. With 200 diamonds, you could also get other good class like Alien or Brawler, and you'd still have 100 diamonds left to save for another character in the next update. That's why some players stop for a moment before hitting the buy button. This is also why the Poison Master has been such a big topic since it came out. It's exciting, but players want to be smart about spending their diamonds. So, if you're not sure yet whether to spend your diamonds on the Poison Master, don't worry and don't rush. Keep watching the video. I'll show you all the fun things this class can do, how it works, and when it's the best choice. By the end, you'll have a much better idea if this class is right for you, so you can make the best decision and have the most fun playing the game. So, as you can see, just like the other classes in the same group, each one starts with a special item that makes them really fun to play. For example, the farmer has his watering can to help him grow things, the berserker starts with a med kit to keep him safe, and the famous alien has his ray gun to blast through enemies. The Poison Master also has some cool special items that make him unique. And he actually gets two. A poison blowpipe that shoots little toxic darts and a poison armor that helps protect him. These items are super rare and special. You can only find them by defeating the Frog King or by fishing in the Frog Cave, and even then, there's only a very tiny chance, about 1% to 3%, of getting them. This makes the Poison Master really exciting, because not everyone will get these items right away, and a lot of those were curious and wanted to try it. But remember, just because the items look cool doesn't mean the class is always easy or super strong. To really see how good the Poison Master is, you need to play him yourself, try out his abilities, and see how he works in different situations. Only then can you really tell if he's as fun and powerful as he seems. With the Blowpipe, this new class can make enemies get poisoned with every hit. If you've ever seen the frog in the game or during the update party, you'll know what I mean. Every time you hit a creature, a green mist appears around it, and that mist slowly takes away its health until it goes away. It's like the enemy is getting weaker little by little just from the poison touching them. Since this class is called the Poison Master, the poison is much stronger than what normal classes can do. Even at level 1, you can see how powerful it is. The poison does more damage, lasts longer, and makes fights easier because enemies keep losing health over time. This gives the Poison Master a special way to play right from the start. When I tried it with regular animals, I noticed something really cool. You don't have to knock them out right away. Just hitting them once is enough because the poison keeps working after that. Even if the enemy is still standing, the poison will slowly take them down for you. Smaller animals like rabbits or regular wolves only need 2 hits, and bigger ones like the alpha wolf take about 3 hits before they go down. What's really fun is that this makes battles feel different. You can hit an enemy, step back, and watch the poison do its work. This makes fighting multiple enemies easier because you don't have to hit them all the time. And it gets even better as you unlock more skills, and the poison gets stronger. But let me be honest with y'all, leveling up this class felt really slow. The game asks you to defeat 100 enemies while they're poisoned before you can move up to level 2, and wow, that takes a long time. I started wondering if the class only becomes really fun and strong at higher levels. So, instead of spending hours grinding, I decided to take a little shortcut. I used the Robux I had saved up to level up the Poison Master 2 more times right away. That way, I could unlock more cool powers and see how strong it really gets. It also helped me show you what it's like to play with a stronger Poison Master, so you know if it's worth your time and gems. So hey, if you're still watching this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. It's free, but it will really help me out, and it also makes sure you don't miss the rest of the fun stuff I've got coming. I finally reached the max level, and that unlocked the last 2 special skills for the Poison Master. The second passive sound, pretty OP. It gives you a 25% chance for the poison to spread to other enemies nearby after a poisoned enemy gets defeated. Imagine you're fighting a group of mobs. You hit one with poison, and when it goes down, the poison can jump to the others around it. This means, instead of only hurting one enemy at a time, your attacks can affect several at once. It's kind of like area damage from Flamethrower, but of course, a lot weaker. However, you don't even have to get too close, and the poison spreads on its own, which makes battles easier. Then, at level 3, you get another really helpful passive. With this one, whenever an enemy is poisoned, hitting them again right after will make them take extra damage. This means you can use poison first and then quickly switch to another weapon like a rifle, ray gun, or even a spear to finish them off faster. It makes the Poison Master very flexible because you can mix and match different weapons instead of only relying on poison. Together, these passives make the Poison Master great for fighting groups of enemies and for finishing off tougher foes. You can spread the poison to multiple enemies and then use your other weapons to deal extra damage. By the time you unlock these abilities, the class is not only fun, but also feels powerful, letting you play in lots of different ways while keeping battles exciting and full of surprises. But like I've said before, that's just how it sounds on paper. When you actually try it in the game, it doesn't work as smoothly as you might think. The idea of a weapon getting stronger when more enemies show up sounds super cool, right? I thought so too, so I ran straight into a stronghold to see how it worked. But honestly, it didn't go the way I expected. Here's the first problem. This cool weapon does shoot pretty fast, kind of like the ray gun or the kunai, and it never runs out of ammo, like ray gun and laser cannon. That sounds awesome at first, but there's a catch. Unlike the ray gun or kunai, which you don't have to reload every few shots, the blowpipe only lets you fire 3 darts before it has to reload. And the reload takes a really long time, about 7.5 seconds. That's the slowest reload of any weapon in the game. You could say, well, the ray gun takes longer to cool down when it overheats. But with the ray gun, you can just avoid overheating, right? And even when the blowpipe fires, its darts don't do a lot of damage. From what I read online, each poison dart does 12 damage for a body hit and 18 damage for a head hit, plus 24 more damage over 5 seconds from the poison. But here's the thing, the poison doesn't stack, so you can't just spamming darts to make the damage bigger. For comparison, the ray gun can shoot 13 times in a row before overheating, dealing about 130 damage total, way more than the blowpipe. Because the blowpipe does low damage and takes so long to reload, it doesn't feel like a super weapon. Instead of blasting through a bunch of enemies like the alien or pyromaniac, you mostly just wait. Wait for the reload, wait for the poison to do its job. That makes fights slower and less exciting. But that's still not everything. The second thing is that this 25% chance isn't really that big of a deal. On paper, it sounds cool, like the poison could jump from one enemy to another and make fights faster. But when I actually tried it, it didn't make much difference. For example, when I used it on those cultists or a whole group of wolves, the fights didn't go any faster. Sometimes the poison jumped, but more than usual, not enough to matter. Honestly, it might actually be easier to just pick the brawler Alien instead. The brawler can finish strongholds faster and Alien can finish stronghold way more reliable, and both with cheaper price too. Since we're talking about close combat, I also tried another idea. Letting monsters hit me so they'd get poisoned by the armor. Sounds fun, right? But here's the problem. The Poison Master can't take hits like the Brawler or Berserker, and the poison armor isn't very strong. In fact, if you try to equip Iron Armor, you'll see that this armor is replaced right away. So, you might wonder, what's the point of having poison with the armor and the level 3 ability if it's still not as strong as what the Brawler can do? The Poison Master costs a lot more, and it's supposed to be rare and special, but when you try it out, it doesn't feel much stronger. It just feels like you're paying more for something that doesn't work as well, which can be a little disappointing. If you play the Poison Master, it can be fun, but it works best when you team up with friends or other classes that can gather the enemies together. That way, the poison has a better chance to spread, and you get to see the class at its best. So, after playing with this class for a while, I noticed something really important. The Poison Master works best when you play it with other classes that can gather lots of monsters together. On its own, the poison can feel a little slow, but when your friends help group the enemies, the Poison Master can really show how strong it is. Here's an example. Imagine a brawler jumping in with a poison spear to pull all the monsters together. Then, the Poison Master stays back safely and uses poison attacks. Every time a monster goes down, the poison spreads to the others, and it's really fun to watch the whole group slowly disappear. Playing this way makes the class feel exciting and useful. What do you think? Do you think the Poison Master is worth it? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching and supporting the channel. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.